Yo, listen up. This is your home. It's the only one you got. This place is pretty, but you can't live there. You can't even get there. So I repeat, this is your home. It's the only one you got. Cherish it, protect it. It's the only one you're going to get. These guys, they're your neighbors. They ain't going away. They ain't leaving. You have to get along with them. So you have to learn to share. You have to get along. You have to learn to get along. Because they are your neighbors. They're not going away. Okay, all this stuff, the animals, the waters, the sky, the ground, the bugs, the fish, the tacos, the people, they're all connected. Everything is connected. They all depend on one another. If you ignore that, you're doomed. Repeat, doomed, okay? So listen up. It's all one. Not two worlds, not three, one. Just one. So get it and give. Remember, all is one, okay? Hit it.
This is Mother Earth, and I approve this message.
Hello, my name is Brad Love. I am the CEO of Angel Productions here in Austin. I am producing an amazing event called Symphony Awakening Concert and Green Expo at the One World Theater, January 15th, 2012. A portion of the proceeds will also go to benefit Safe Place to end domestic violence. This is an exclusive invitation for you to be our partner and sponsor our concert and Green Expo. We are inviting you specifically because of your commitment to a sustainable, eco-friendly Austin community, and we want our community to know about you as a leader and a friend to Austin families and neighborhoods. We welcome you to join us in our celebration of what we like to call heroes of our beautiful city. We're going to tell you a story about an indigenous tribe that lived for centuries in harmony with the community of life deep in the rainforests of the Amazon, and how a few years ago the outside world's thirst for petroleum and lumber became a threat to their families and their community.
These are the Achuwa people, one of our planet's most remote indigenous groups. The Achuwa are an ancient dream culture still living in harmony with their ancestral land, nearly 2 million acres of pristine tropical rainforest in Ecuador and Peru. In the late 1980s, the Achuwa elders and shamans began having dreams and visions that a grave threat was coming to their people. The Achuwa soon realized what that threat was as they began to see what contact with the outside world and its thirst for oil was doing to the land and cultures of their indigenous neighbors. And so the Achuwa made a bold move. They reached out to create a partnership with the very world that was threatening to destroy them.
In 1995, a call issued forth from the heart of the natural world that was heard thousands of miles away by a small group of people in the modern world. In the summer of that year, in a remote village in the rainforest, these two worlds came together, and the Pachamama Alliance was born.
From the very beginning, our indigenous partners told us that it was really, really great that we were working with them in the Amazon shoulder to shoulder. But that was only half the battle. They told us that if we really wanted to protect their lands permanently, we would need to go to work in our part of the world. And as they put it, we would need to change the dream of the North, the dream of the modern world. A dream rooted in consumption and acquisition, without any regard to the consequences to the natural world or even our own future.
Changing the dream of the modern world is certainly a daunting, and some would even say an impossible task, but we took the request of the Achuwa very seriously. Out of our work with them, we came to see that we in the modern world truly are in some kind of a trance, living in a dream that's threatening to destroy not only the rainforest and their way of life, but the health and well-being of our entire planet. Our society is on a completely unsustainable path, and experts everywhere are saying that we have a limited time to turn things around.
Indigenous cultures throughout the world have legends and prophecies that identify this time we are living in as a turning point for humanity. One such legend is found throughout much of the Americas, the prophecy of the eagle and the condor.
According to this prophecy, the eagle is the bird that represents cultures that have used the creativity of the mind and scientific insight to harness the wonders of technology and increase material wealth. The condor represents more spiritually oriented societies, those that are deeply in touch with the sacredness of the natural world and the interconnectedness of all things.
This legend said that every 500 years we'd go through cycles. And the last cycle began at the end of the 1400s, roughly the time of Columbus. And it was predicted that during that cycle the eagle would dominate. But within 500 years, that cycle would start to change, and the eagle and the condor would fly together in the same skies.
For thousands of years, human population on Earth remained relatively steady. Then, about 200 years ago, at the time of the Industrial Revolution, humans learned how to harness the energy of fossil fuels. That allowed agriculture productivity to increase dramatically, and human population began to grow exponentially.
Since then, we in the modern world have attempted to meet our needs and wants through an ever-expanding process of extraction, production, consumption, and disposal of natural resources. It is clear that the resources of Earth are being used up. The critical questions become how much and how fast.
There's only one planet. That's why the line of supply is very, very horizontal. Humanity has been continuously increasing its resource demand to the extent that by the mid-80s, we've started to use more than what nature can regenerate. And by 2007, humanity used about 30% more than what nature can renew. So we have been in global overshoot.
Currently, if everyone on Earth lived as North Americans do, we'd need 5 Earths.
Sustainability is the ability of the current generation to meet its needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet theirs.
New possibilities for the future are emerging in all sectors of society, in national and international government, in business and commerce, and the myriad organizations of civil society.
Iceland, Norway, and Costa Rica are racing to become the world's first developed nation to go entirely carbon neutral.
Businesses and corporations are recognizing that success in the 21st century means paying attention to the triple bottom line: people, planet, and profit.
Everywhere on planet Earth, in cities and towns, suburbs and villages, we know that we are part of a worldwide awakening, a grassroots movement for change that is unprecedented in human history.
There is another superpower here on Earth that is an unnamed movement. It is far different and bigger and more unique than anything we have ever seen. It flies under the radar of the media by and large. It is nonviolent. It is grassroots. It has no cluster bombs, no armies, and no helicopters. It has no central ideology. A male vertebrate is not in charge. The very word movement is too small to describe it. This is humanity's immune response to resist and heal political disease, economic infection, and ecological corruption caused by ideologies. This is fundamentally a civil rights movement, a human rights movement. This is a democracy movement. It is the coming world. What you're seeing here is the beginning of a list of the 2 million organizations in the world that work towards social and environmental justice. And that's a minimum. To give you a sense of how big this movement is, if I start this tape today at 9 a.m., and we watch this all day and all night, and the day after that, And then we watch it for 3 more weeks. And then another month after that, we still would not have seen the names of all the groups in the world. It's the largest social movement in the history of humankind by far.
There is a huge movement going on all over the planet, and of course it's right here in Austin as well. What you're seeing here is a list of hundreds of entrepreneurs, businesses, restaurants, local farmers and farmers markets, and local government in Austin committed to bringing forth an environmentally sustainable, socially just, strong, self-reliant, healthy Austin community. After the Symphony Awakening Concert Symposium at 2 o'clock, there is the 4 o'clock Austin Eco Network Expo, Eat, Drink, and Discover Showcase. Fabulous restaurants and chefs from around town be serving fabulous samples of their food at One World Theater. People in our community right now that offer services that will make you more cost effective in your life, lower your overhead, make you healthier, happier, safer. The Austin community to know that that resource is here and available. They are pioneers taking risks and investing in what I like to call the green revolution, and they need our support. It's going to be fun. So please join us. There's limited seating. There's going to be good food, good resources to make a difference in the quality of your life. A lot of good people, a lot of fun, song and dance. We're going to have a good time. Join us.
This is Mother Earth, and I approve this message.